there. Welcome in. It's July 1st. It's July 1st. How are ya? This is for you. If you are here and you got here because of the title, there's something here. Okay? I hear that every single day that people are like, well, I didn't know if it was for me, but then I saw the title and I'm like, I gotta see it. So if this title really resonates for you, it could be about you, could be about somebody else you're dealing with, but morning message is really what needs to be heard. A message that needs to be heard. So feel free to swap around the characters and use your own intuition to take from this. It could just be a sentence or two. Okay? So take from this whatever works for you. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we go. If you're interested, I'm doing the July forecast readings. The calendar can be found in the description box to know when your sign is posted. All right? So, and those are Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So feel free, if your Sun sign doesn't resonate for you, check out your Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. All right, let's see where we go. Let's see where we go. Okay. View from above. I think that showed up yesterday. View from above. Answering the call. Miracles. I mean, I'm telling you, there's something here about separation. Separation in terms of moving more and more away from a 3D life. Now, you have a 3D body. You have a physical body that requires food and shelter and clothing and exercise and sunlight, vitamin D anyway, requires water, requires nurturing, requires all of these things. Those still exist. At the same time, there's definitely a shift into this experience, into this higher vibration. And I'm going to say the dividing line is really empathy. Empathy as a way of seeing humanity, as a way of seeing, I feel like the people with empathy, those, empaths and, nurturers, seekers, prophets, mystics, shamans, all of that is about stepping into service. All of that is about what do people need to grow and thrive. And when that is your mindset, when that is everything you do, focus on that. And also yourself. What do I need to grow and thrive, right? So don't leave yourself out of it. You are the vessel from which all things come. Let that sink in for a second. And that's where the calling comes from, okay? From the braiding together of the 3D and the 5D experience so that you are anchored and solid and cared for and nurtured and your needs are being met by you, okay? Regardless of what other people do around you. If all of your needs are met by you, then other people are going to do what they're going to do. It's not going to impact your happiness. You might be disappointed, you might be sad that this didn't work out or whatever, but in general, the happiness percentage that you require, like I'm an 85%er, okay? 15%, I'm working on it, but 85%, if you can get yourself to 85%, you're doing great, okay? And that means your needs are being met. You don't have that same issue with people when they don't rise to an occasion. You don't have that same, it's disappointing and it's, really, this is what's happening again. But it doesn't really impact your core happiness. And I feel like from that is a vibration. When you're in that vibration, when you're taking care of all of your needs, when you love yourself, when you are, being good to you and everything like that, that's when the miracle can happen, because that frequency, that peace creates miracles. Okay? So that's where we're going today. Oh, right out the gate. right out the gate. You know, like no small morning messages. Not anymore. There used to be. I used to when I was first doing morning message. I don't know how long I've been doing this, maybe over a year, but there were times when it was purely transactional. It felt to me, these feel like readings that have, you know, a bigger picture to them. Okay. And I think if you're resonating with the readings lately, I think you might see that too. Be interesting to hear why readings resonate with you. Drop a comment below. That'd be interesting for me to understand. Okay, but whatever's going to come through is going to come through. Okay? All right, let's see where we go. Eight of Wands. One of my favorite cards. Eight of Wands. Five of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Hierophant. King of Pentacles. Death. Ace of Swords. Wow. Six of Wands. Five of Swords. Three of Cups. No matter what is going on around you, okay, I feel like some of you have really pulled back into yourself because of other people's energy, okay? And that's necessary sometimes. You know, sometimes the energy around you is just so loud and so not where you want to be or not where you're going or whatever it is. It's just so... it's not on the path for you. And so at one point in your life, you might have been able to tolerate it. I feel like you're tolerating it less and less. Okay, that's why the divide is happening on this planet, that people with empathy, people with, you know, this higher vibration are really kind of moving off now in a very powerful sort of way. I feel like, you know, at one point you might have fought the good fight, right, to try to slay the dragon. And I feel like now it's really about being, you can't teach someone what they don't want to learn, okay? That it requires reciprocity. And if you have people in your midst that aren't open to that vibration, there's no amount of heroics, there's no amount of communication that's really gonna do anything. Okay, so I can see where pulling back in. And I feel like the treasure here, the King of Pentacles, you are the treasure, which is what I've been talking about for a long time. You are this treasure, and there can be a shift from earthly concerns, because you've already achieved earthly concerns. If you feel like you haven't, you are going in that direction where, you know, this is about taking care of all of your needs. This is about focusing on that. And the transformation here is into a more authentic self, okay? And yesterday's reading was about your true authentic self. And I really believe that that's where things are headed. You know, our conversations every day feels to me like, and the classes and the courses and everything that's going on my channel, I feel like that's the direction, is going toward the most authentic self. I want to uncover the most authentic self. I want to live my most authentic life. Okay? There's always going to be naysayers, Six of Wands and Five of Swords. But I feel like stepping into your most authentic self, that's when you really become a teacher. That's when you really, you know, sort of let go of having to, you know, rescue people. I feel like that's going to go away because, you know, you can't, that other person needs to be involved in the transaction. If they don't want to be rescued, they're not going to be rescued. And I feel like a lot of those people that we're talking about, I don't know who we're talking about here. It could be about love partners. It could be about parents, family, sisters, brothers, friends. It could be about anybody. And I feel like there's a lot of light workers who are really trying hard to grab hold of people who don't want to open up, who don't want to, you know, open up to their authenticity, open up to their spirituality, open up. And I you know, like, kudos to you for trying, honestly. And at some point, the door is going to close. It's not going to be for a while. But I feel like over, I mean, this is kind of big picture, but like over the next, 8 to 10 years, things are really going to separate. Okay. It's going to be a very kind of, different camps of people. And I'm going to clarify this. So for you, I think personally, the transformation here into teacher, transformation into answering the call, the time is now, is particularly meaningful because I feel like in order to meet all your needs, so there's this cycle of things. I'm meeting my needs. I'm opening to my spirituality. I'm opening to my gifts. I'm opening to where I'm going. And then more abundance can flow in. And then that leads to a next level of my needs are being met and miracles are just happening. So clarify, I'm going to clarify a few things here. Please clarify the miracles card for me. Queen of Pentacles. Yep. Taking care of oneself. You could also have someone showing up who was a very physically oriented person who was very focused on money or very focused to the exclusion, right? Like abundance is fine. There's nothing wrong with abundance. But when it's kind of not used in a way that has meaning, right? Used in a way that has to meet all your needs so that you can then step into service and help others. This person may have been somebody who wasn't really doing that. They were just like hoarding money, or they were using money so that it was not expanding their life, or it became a burden, okay? And I feel like this person has transformed, if this is somebody in your life, has transformed into their more authentic self. So you're in the process of doing that, becoming teacher and guide and healer. This is Taurus, Scorpio. I see Taurus and Scorpio here. And I feel like, I mean, with this King and Queen of Pentacles, I feel like, especially with Hierophant being a Taurus, there's something here about meeting the needs spiritually, right? Taking care of oneself, not expending all your resources on people who are not, I don't know, appreciative, whatever, appreciation, but like who are just not grabbing the rope. They're not like coming along with you. It's okay, right? It's okay. Clarify the Four of Pentacles for me. Ace of Pentacles, right? There's something new showing up here. There's no more need to, I feel like there's a lot of people, particularly at the top, kind of hoarding and allowing people, the masses, to like fight each other for things. You see a lot of anger, you see a lot of frustration. And I feel like it's because like I think most people feel like the deck is stacked against them, and you can really see that. So I do feel like this is about understanding, and I'm surprised too at a lot of people in the spiritual community, people that I really thought understood this, still working with 3D paradigms. A lot. And it's like, yeah, that's just a result of being the 3D paradigm that you're focused on may need to be upended. I feel like that's what's happening. It's not a matter of someone spiritual or not spiritual. They can be very spiritual and just not understand how resources play a role in you stepping into your calling and serving other people. You have to meet all of your needs. Mastery of the 3D is part of spiritual awakening. It's not like, oh, I'm leaving that behind. It's important because it's about Queen of Pentacles. It's about you taking care of you because you're the treasure. That's important to do. So I feel like now this is almost like a progression of someone who has fought the good fight, tried to work it out on a 3D plane in corporate America or whatever it is, and now they're realizing that by stepping into their gifts more, by taking care of themselves, they're able to expand, they're able to help other people, they're able to do their work, and that's bringing in more abundance, and it's just a cycle, okay? Because it's based on their authenticity. Clarify the Death card here. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Letting go of anything that's a burden, okay? So if you're stepping into your gifts, if you're stepping into becoming a shaman or a healer or a teacher or a guide, you are enough. You heard it here. You are enough. You are enough, and your voice needs to be heard. We need you. Okay, I said that yesterday. So anything that's being a burden right now, 7 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, what's on the bottom here? 9 of Cups. Okay. Anything that's being a burden. There's mental confusion and mindsets that are not helping. Okay? So it's time to heal. It's time to heal the rift with abundance. It's time to heal the rift with, so even when I say that about like people who are at this stripe of abundance creation that's just so expansive, they are actively going into a lower vibration to keep it, instead of realizing that flow is really what makes abundance continue to expand. Okay, so I feel like anyone who's not using their resources in a way to step into service is going to see that that has real consequences in a negative way. So 2 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles, we're healing those paradigms, and we are realizing that, you know, love needs to expand and grow and be, love is a gift. So we need to give love. We need to share love. It can't just be locked in our basement. It can't just be locked in here. It needs to be given. 5 of Swords, 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. So this is definitely, for me, a lot about taking good care of yourself, about meeting your own needs. If you do that, if you meet your own needs and you're working with your gifts to step into service, so it's sort of like, universe, you know, my needs need to be met. I need to not really be angsty about my day-to-day living, because I really am needing to step into my gifts. I feel like people do it a little bit backwards, that they try to step into their gifts before they've sort of mastered that 3D. And then there's this pressure on the gifts to bring abundance. And I feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done to lay the foundation before you step into your gifts. So some of it can be about manifesting and releasing old paradigms, releasing work or ways of thinking about money, releasing all of it so that you can have a new belief system around money, that there is plenty. There is enough. There is enough for everyone to have their needs met. Really, there is. The universe is infinite. It's a lie that you think, oh, I can't, you know, there's not enough to go around. There's only one pie. That is a lie, okay? There is plenty. The universe is infinite. And it's really about learning that. And I do think part of this, and this is really surprising to me how much it played a role in my own life, about self-confidence. Okay, self-confidence comes when you are able to create a foundation of stability. So you're really not being scared about money. You're not like hiding from it. You're not running away from, you know, clearing the decks so that you can build something. That is self-love. That is one of the ways you can create self-love, or you can utilize self-love to expand your role in the world, because you have something to say. Right? Here's 3 of Cups. This is you standing on the rock. Okay? Love and joy of community. This is about community. This is about sharing your gifts. 6 of Wands and 3 of Cups is about doing something. It's like bringing this back, bringing the fully evolved, fully expanded person back to the community. That's what's necessary. And there's people who seek to tear you down in terms of your self-confidence. Absolutely. There's people out there who don't want to see other people succeed because they don't have the belief in the paradigm of the universe is unlimited. The universe is unlimited. Okay? So I'm going to continue on. If you're dealing with somebody here, it does feel to me like there is another person here that is transforming. So if you have really done a lot of the things I've been talking about, there is a person here who is going through the transformation right now. So this may not be you. This may be somebody you're dealing with. And it's not about necessarily you bringing them along. They have to go through their own transformation and step into their authentic self. So that reading yesterday could be about somebody else on your path. May not have met them yet. Going through this transformation. But the thing that is important to know is not only about other people around you trying to undercut your self-confidence, but what do you say to yourself? Do you tell yourself every day you can do it? I realized my self-talk had changed when I was doing something. I was putting together this baker's rack that I love, and it was hard, and I am not super good at putting things together, as Colleen will tell you, like putting together tables and stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't like it. So I was putting together this baker's rack, and I heard myself saying to myself, you can do it. You can do this. And I was like, oh, wow, I really have changed my self-talk. Because it was in a moment of stress, and instead of just getting frustrated and walking away, I was like, you can do this. So your own self-talk, your internal self-talk, is also critical to getting you into this place of answering the call, right? Mastering your 3D experience, fulfilling all of your own needs, and then allowing yourself to step into service. All right, I'm going to continue on. Like I said, I see Scorpio. I don't see very much here. I see Scorpio, so there must be something here. Scorpio and Taurus. Those two. Okay? Ironically enough, Scorpio, Taurus and Leo and Scorpio were posted last night. So that's interesting. And then check out the schedule for the July readings in the description box below. Okay, if you want to continue on with me, the link is below. If you're part of our Pathfinders group, the rest of the reading starts.